Of around 1 million barrels a day in 2025, despite production cuts from the producers' cartel, OPEC+. Let's bring in the independent energy analyst, Cornelia Meyer. Thank you very much for joining us today, Cornelia. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because OPEC is always very strategic in its decisions about whether to pump more or less according to what shape it wants the market to take. So what's led to this forecasted oversupply?
Well, look, what's happened is OPEC always, its mandate is to keep markets adequately supplied. That means you have to put barrels on when needed and take barrels off when needed. OPEC currently has said that it would reverse some of the voluntary cuts of 8 nations, which would amount to 2.2 million barrels a day, and UAE is allowed to put another 300,000 million barrels a day. They have postponed that now for the second time. It's supposed to come in January, a gradual release. It's a pro rata release over a year. Now we will see how ministers react when they meet, and they have a full OPEC plus ministerial meeting on the 1st of December. In the meantime, you're right, the IEA has a very different demand outlook than OPEC+. OPEC+ sees about 1.8 million barrels of growth this year, and of demand growth, and the IEA only 900,000 barrels a year. So they look differently at the world.
Okay, and Cornelia, do you see this feeding through potentially to lower prices for consumers?
Well, at this point, it has fed through lower prices. But, you know, the futures prices are all about expectations. And right now, you know, we are back from about 78, 79 at the height of geopolitical woes to about $72 per barrel for Brent. Yes, it can lead through, but then, you know, we don't know what's happening in the Middle East, and it's not done yet. We can't fully bake in the release of the 2.5 million barrels a day on a pro rata basis. And we also don't quite know, the IEA has very pessimistic outlook on China. We don't quite know whether that comes through. The proof of that pudding is really in the eating.
Okay, Cornelia Meyer, thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much, Todd.
Chipmaker.